Exactly 1 week ago in my previous video about SoFi, I said I expect them to beat the earnings expectations on October 28th, and I said it's even possible for the stock of this company to go over $31 per share. Fast forward to today, we see an earnings beat like SoFi never actually delivered before. This was an absolute record quarter, and the stock of this company indeed went over $31 per share on the pre-market. So today I want to discuss that. Of course, I'll share with you few metrics from the earnings results, what was important, but besides this, I think it's very important to talk about what's going to happen with SoFi stock now. I will definitely mention a short term, or what will happen with SoFi stock until the end of November, let's say. Also, I'll talk about the midterm and what to expect for investors that plan on holding the stock of this company 3 to 6 months. And of course, I will talk about what to do for the long-term investors. Hey there and welcome to the Market Monkeys channel. My name is Julia and today we're breaking down SoFi earnings. If you'll find this information timely, valuable, don't forget to support this channel by pressing a like button and subscribing. It really helps our channel to grow. So right now, as I'm filming this video, SoFi stock is up about 3.5% to just over $31 per share, and that's pretty funny since this was exactly my price target for SoFi's earnings. And I have to be honest, overlooking SoFi's earnings, I think the reaction was even muted. So let's go over a couple of numbers and see for ourselves. The first thing that you'll notice when you open their earnings release is the fact that it was a record quarter, basically in everything, on all of the metrics. So they had record net revenue of $962 million, and just think for a moment how insane that is. Just in the last quarter, I said that the company almost got to $900 million, which is unheard of for the company of this size and for the company that is still pretty early on the market. But right now the company did even better and it almost reached $1 billion. This is an incredible result, and this is a growth of 38% year over year, which is insane. Almost 40% growth for the company that's already been growing insanely for a very long time. It's an incredible result. It's basically what Palantir does in their AI sector. So when you see that SoFi trades at a premium, you can definitely say it deserves to be expensive. Results like this do not come with a discount, and this is something you should truly understand by now. Another very important metric is, of course, members. And the company just beat 900,000 members in a quarter, which is insane. And it was a growth of 35% from the prior year to 12.6 million members. SoFi added a record 1.4 million in new products, which was also up 36% from the prior year to 18.6 million products. So basically it means that the company not only brings new members, their old members are bringing in substantial revenue, they're using their products, and the company is not losing on that side of their business as well, which is very important. There are a couple of fintech companies that we see are growing, they're bringing in new members, but they also fall out on the first year, which is a big problem, and SoFi doesn't have it. SoFi is doing actually very well on that matter. Of course, there were news about its one-stop shop, something that company is really proud of, and also investors were looking to see what will happen with it, because the company tries to diversify and not to be dependent on one revenue stream, and it's actually working and working pretty well. So here we can see that the company says that their integrated financial services drove strong product adoption across different businesses. Cross-buy hit its highest level since 2022 with approximately 40% of new products, which is great. And they also say that the growth was due to SoFi's amazing products that their members really like, and once again, kudos to the management. That's a very great piece of news. On the diversification side, we see that total fee-based revenue achieved a record, once again, pay attention, record, $408.7 million, up 50% from the prior year, which is great, and it's now generating over $1.6 billion on annualized basis. And it was driven by strong performance by their loan platform business, which originated $3.4 billion in loans and generated $167.9 million in revenue, up 29%, which is also a very solid growth and a very solid number. So basically, just to conclude, SoFi had an amazing quarter, and the quarter that basically no one expected. It beat both the bottom and the top line. And just a funny fact, I actually searched for the word record in this earnings release, and I just saw that the company used this word 27 times. Here you just can basically scroll and see what was record, and basically record was everything. The company just did really well. I'll leave a link to this release in the description and in the first pinned comment section. You can go and check it out for yourself, but I suggest we focus right now on what to expect from SoFi stock in the future. Just the same as I said that SoFi will beat the earnings, I said analysts will start raising their price targets for the stock of this company, and it's already started happening. So for the first target, we see a boost from $23 per share to $29 per share October 24th, and also on the same day JP Morgan Chase increased their price target from $24 to $26 per share. All of the other ratings I already discussed in my previous video. So as you can see, the ratings are coming in slowly but surely, and of course they are raises. This is exactly what I predicted will happen, and especially now after the earnings, after this beat, you will see how more and more firms will come up and raise their price targets. Right now, the top of analyst predictions is $31 per share. So basically the stock of this company, if it will open with the search, I assume it will open, the stock will be higher than the highest prediction from Wall Street analysts. And usually what happens in situations like that, Wall Street goes and actually raises the price targets. So this is definitely what I expect in the next months to happen for SoFi stock, and it will be a catalyst for the stock of this company. So definitely short-term investors should be happy. At least you could expect that it won't fall too low, because even if it drops after the news and after the hype around earnings cools off, analysts will be raising their targets, and by this the stock will be going up to the extent. I'm not sure how much, but it will definitely be a positive catalyst. Now, speaking about the midterm, don't forget that the economy is still in a very fragile state. We're still not sure what will happen. The market flies, but at the same time, with the government shutdown and with the labor problems and with the inflation and tariffs and basically everything together, we're not sure what exactly will happen a couple of months from now. We could very well enter a major correction, and if that happens, SoFi stock will fly down much harder than the average company in the S&P, because SoFi is very expensive, and you can see on the graph here how much the company flies down if something happens. Just keep in mind that if something happens to the market, SoFi will be hit more, and plan your moves accordingly. Do you want to hold SoFi stock through the correction? If the answer is yes, then you're probably a long-term holder, and you can just be adding the stock of this company on this drop and wait for it to go back up. If you did not plan on holding SoFi stock for a year or 2 or 3 years at least, maybe you should account for the fact that the company is expensive and it will be much more volatile than the market. If you decide that you are afraid of the market correction and you wouldn't want to be waiting for the stock of this company to go back to the levels they were for a long time, then I would, if I would be you, I would sell some part of my position in SoFi and leave just as much as I will be comfortable with holding for a longer period of time. At least this is what I would have done, and I'm of course very curious on what do you think about the stock of this company and what are you planning on doing. Thank you so much for your time. I hope you found this information interesting. If you did, don't forget that I'm waiting for your like and subscribe if you are not a follower yet. I am also on Seeking Alpha. You can find me there and follow me there as well. Thank you so much for being with me. I'll see you on our channel the next time. Happy investing!